My name is Lewis.
My name is James.
And this is Let's Get Cooking. This is kind of a preview of what we got going on. Kind of the first film. We'll get it going. We're going to make country sweet tea and buttered garlic shrimp. This is going to be kind of an adventure. I learned this from Robert Arrington and his wife Sarah down in Jupiter, Florida. It's time to start living life and forgetting everything else. So one of my passions is cooking.
So it was nice.
So we're going to teach you guys how to cook.
The smart way.
The smart way, the efficient way. If you know a better way, you do it, but this is our way. So with that in mind, let's get cooking. We have shrimp, shallots, garlic. Wait, where's the garlic? Right there. A stick and a half of butter, a lime, and Himalayan pink salt and metally peppercorn. Over here we got a cup and a half of sugar, tea bags, 6 cups of water, and some spare bottles of water, and the utensils we're going to need to do this. In a saucepan, turn it on high. We're going to start with the tea because I want to let it seep for a few. That's 2 cups. 6 cups. We had 1.5 cups of sugar. And we let that melt to a simple syrup. It's going to take a few, but hang in there, it'll get done. The sugar's all dissolved, but we're still not up to temperature. I want a small boil. A royal boil. So we're going to let it do its thing.
Some nice pictures. Make you think of summertime. Seafood.
Yeah. We're doing this recipe because it's been cold here in Michigan. It's supposed to be springtime, but as you can see from this lovely day, it's 50-some degrees and raining.
Yes.
So
Michigan.
at least this will give us the element of being summertime.
Nice sweet tea.
Some nice sweet tea and some fresh shrimp.
Yeah.
We're almost up to temperature on the tea. And as soon as I see some bubbles, we're going to put the tea bags in, shut it off, set it to a side, and let it seep. Then we're going to get started on the shrimp. Now we're not looking for a hard boil. I don't want a hard boil. I want a soft boil. And right here I would consider a soft boil. So at this point I'll shut it off. Now grab 3 tea bags. I tie them together so I don't lose them. And I throw them in. I'm going to let the hot water do the magic. Set it off to the side. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get this pan out. Kind of like the copper pans, they're cool. And I'm going to turn this back on, but not so high. We don't need it so high. We're going to take a stick and a half of butter, put it in. And let it melt. I really don't want it to burn. I just want it to melt. So as you can see, the butter is doing its thing, melting. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab the shrimp. I'm going to take the Himalayan sea salt. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to take the medley of peppercorn. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to give it 5 of that one. And take the tongs. I'm going to mix this stuff up. I'm just seasoning the shrimp. That's all we're doing. Salt and pepper is the best seasoning I can think of. Garlic's pretty good too. Now that those are seasoned, I'm going to set them over here. Grab my rubber spatula. Get this going again. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the garlic, about two tablespoons. Put it in. 2 medium shallots. Put them in. Got them chopped up. Just start moving them around a little bit. Real butter does foam up, but it's okay. Thanks, James. You just want to stir this around. Now what we're going to do is get these shallots a little bit soft. And let them cook for a few and let them soften. Shallots seem to have a good smell with the garlic and the butter. It smells really good. Gonna keep this going.
Lovely. It's a wonderful thing.
Nature's bountiful harvest.
And butter. Butter goes good.
We plan on later on doing some hunting and fishing, and we're going to do catch, clean, and eat or cook segments. We're going to do a lot of barbecuing, smoker, grill, cooking outside, enjoying the outdoors if Michigan is willing.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're both getting older and it's time to start enjoying life. We've put in our time. God knows we both have our health problems, but we're not going to let that bother us. We're just going to push through and start living life.
And enjoy good food.
Enjoy good food, be healthy. We're going down the road being healthy too. We're not going to be doing a bunch of deep fried foods, you know.
All that processed food is,
Processed foods, you know. We're going to be going ahead and making our own sausages and just doing things that we've always wanted to do but just never really got the time to do it. I'm going to pass it down to our kids and just do what we got to do to live our life every day. It's like Robert Arrington says, all men die, few ever live. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the shrimp in there. But we're not going to, I'm not looking to beat them up. I just think I need a shrimp paste in here. I want to keep them whole. Make them just get happy with the butter and the shallots and the garlic. Infuse the flavors. Let them enjoy. We're enjoying, they should enjoy. I like to think of shrimp's life as a hard life. Got caught.
Yeah.
Now the shrimp has already been peeled, deveined, and butterflied. And in a later programming, I will show you guys how to do that. Now when they start turning pink like that, that's when you want to start turning them over. Look at that. Just, do it look good?
Looks so beautiful. And the smell.
Smell good, don't they? We turn this off and that way we can keep that smell in here. Because it's not a strong smell. It doesn't smell like normal seafood. We just gonna start turning these over. They're getting happy. Yes, they are.
And a butter bath. A buttered onion and shallot bath.
Yep, we gotta give a butter bath to them every now and then.
Well, make them happy, you know.
If I could take a butter bath, I'd take one.
You know?
Okay. Now at this point I'm going to shut them off and let them sit for a few. I'm going to go back to the tea here for a minute. And, tea is just about ready to pour into another vessel. Well, I'm going to say they're done. We got 3 bowls here. We got rice in them. Put one there.
Say,
One there.
Papa Bear, Mama Bear, And baby bear.
Baby bear. Okay. Gotta drop one on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All I'm doing is just proportioning these out. And it's pretty good. I don't want nobody to complain they didn't get their fair share here. Drop one there. That. Okay, now, just because we can, I'm going to take some of this, pour it over the top.
Now you're being dirty.
Yeah. Right now I'm causing quite the scandal in the shrimp community. Some garlic butter. Okay. Let's get some more of that in there. You can use that in your rice and stir it up. Okay. There's that. So there we have buttered garlic shrimp with rice. Let's clean up our mess here a little bit, and then we can move on to the tea. Clean it better than a few. What I'm going to do is move this up there and move that over here. I don't have the right thing I normally use, but this will work. Put them in there like that. What I like to do is like squeeze out the rest of the good stuff. Put that there. A little bit of smoking going on here. What we're going to do is move some of this stuff around here a little bit. Done with this. Got this. What we're going to do is we're going to gently pour this into the pitcher. You can really smell the tea. If anybody ever lives in the city, they know how horrible the city water is. So I use spring water. They say the city water is supposed to be the best you can get.
Yep, too bad it's got everything else in it.
Yeah, I still think the best there is by the case.
If you got a natural spring.
Or a natural spring. Yeah. So roughly 4 bottles of water. Put them in. Take your spoon, stir it around. Got to get all that happiness together. Okay. What I do is I put it in the fridge at this point. Now there's one more thing I like to do to this dish before it's ready. So I like to take a lime, put it in my handy lime smasher. Best thing I ever bought. And you just squeeze it over the top. Okay. Now this meal is done. Tuffy? I'm gonna sit down a minute while you're doing that.
Alright.
We want an honest taste.
Yep. Alright, give a little bit of everything mixed in. Because you can't have one without the other.
Gotta have all those flavors blending together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh, that's good. Mm-hmm. And that lime does it wrong.
Got a little bit of tart in there. Give that tea a try. Tell me what you think of that.
Oh, that's good. That's good tea. Delicious.
All right. Well, that's the end of this. We're going to have a lot more coming on soon. And we will be having all the recipes down in the description of these videos. If you have any comments, be nice. We don't need to hear just plain ridiculous comments. I mean, life is too short to put up with nonsense. But if you have an easier way of doing something or something you want to let me know, that'll be great. I'll respond to everything. And until next time, let's keep cooking.